Hello, and welcome to this overview of the Farming with Nature Transition Scheme. In this video, we will provide an overview of the actions and supporting items available under the scheme. Planting new hedgerows. The aim of this action is to create new lengths of hedgerows planted with native species where no hedge currently exists. Protective fencing is an optional supporting item. Riparian buffer strips 2 metre and 7 metre. The aim of this action is to create a vegetated riparian buffer strip which will protect watercourses from livestock access and to reduce the risk of potential pollutants such as sediment, plant protection products and nutrients being transported to watercourses in surface water runoff. It will also provide habitats for wildlife and form links to other habitats. Creation of a riparian buffer strip will be available on land with a watercourse as defined by DAERA. Protective fencing is a mandatory supporting item for both riparian buffer strips. A gate and 2 posts is mandatory for 7 metre riparian buffer strips and optional for 2 metre. Pasture pumps and drinking troughs are optional items for both. Farmland tree planting. The aim of this action is to establish native trees on farms. Native trees can be integrated across farmland and may be placed downwind of livestock buildings or as a shelter belt for livestock. Farmland tree planting cannot be carried out on permanent grassland sensitive areas, breeding water or peatland sites, as identified by DAERA. DAERA will undertake a pre-approval check for this action. Protective fencing and a gate and 2 posts are optional supporting items. Multi-species winter cover crop. The aim of this action is to establish a multi-species cover crop on arable land over the winter months to protect the soil surface, provide root growth that benefits soil structure, support soil biology, enhance biodiversity, and minimise nutrient leaching, soil erosion and runoff. Multi-species winter cover crop actions will be available on arable land as determined by DAERA. There are no supporting items for this action. Retention of winter stubble. The aim of this action is to benefit wildlife by retaining the stubble from an arable crop over the winter. This action can be completed on arable land that is growing a cereal, oilseed rape, protein crop or linseed. Retention of winter stubble actions will be available on arable land as determined by DAERA. There are no supporting items for this action. Unharvested cereal margins 3 to 12 metres. This action involves leaving an unharvested cereal crop margin along field margins to provide a summer or winter food source and a habitat for insects and food for seed-eating farmland birds. Margins can range from 3 metres to 12 metres in width. There are no supporting items for this action. Grass margins 3 to 12 metres. The aim of this action is to establish grass margins on arable land, providing habitats for overwintering invertebrates and nesting and foraging sites for birds and mammals. Margins can range from 3 metres to 12 metres in width. There are no supporting items for this action. Flower-rich grass margins. The aim of this action is to establish flower-rich grass margins on arable land, creating habitats and foraging sites for invertebrates, including natural crop pest predators, wild pollinators and farmland birds. The margin can range from 3 metres to 12 metres in width. There are no supporting items for this action. Herbal ley. This action aims to establish herbal ley, which are pastures made up of mixed grasses, legumes and herbs, to reduce reliance on nitrogen fertilisers and promote a more sustainable method of farming. Herbal ley helps improve and maintain the soil structure, carbon, biology and fertility, and improve resilience to drought. There are no supporting items for this action. Herbal ley enhanced. This action aims to establish an enhanced herbal ley to reduce the reliance on nitrogen fertilizers and promote a more sustainable method of farming. This action requires the planting of a diverse species mix and should only be grazed. There are no supporting items for this action. There are also 3 management actions to allow farm businesses to maintain actions that were established in Year 1 of the Farming with Nature Transition Scheme. These are management of 7-metre riparian buffer strips, farmland tree planting, and hedgerows. If a farm business established any of these actions in Year 1, the management actions will be pre-populated on the map and field information table. Farm businesses can either accept or reject these actions. Thank you for watching this video. Further advice can be found on the DAERA website at www.daera-ni.gov.uk, by emailing farmingwithnature@daera-ni.gov.uk, or by calling 0300 200 7848 and selecting the Grants and Funding option.